Hey, welcome back to Authentically Yours, Patricia. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new, my name is Patricia. Hello. And my channel is Authentically Yours, Patricia. And it's all about documenting our backstory. Hey, I'm in my late 40s, almost 50 years old in about a year or so. And, some of us may feel like, gosh, I didn't achieve the goals I needed to achieve or do the things I needed to do, yada, 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 right? This channel is all about it doesn't matter. It's never too late. We're starting now. We're documenting. We don't need to have it all together. Nothing has to be all perfect. We can still jump on social media and tell you what it's really like in our homes, in our lives, in our marriages, in our finances, in our health, right? That's what it's all about. If that resonates with you, click the like, subscribe, the share, all those nice YouTube things. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. So that's what we're all about. If you're following, you know we are on a series that is taking forever. That's what I get for being married 15 years. It'll be 16 years next month. And that's why it's taking so darn long. So we are in lesson number 9 and number 10 today. And as you can see from the title, it's all about being intentional and getting help. Those are lessons number 9 and 10. Be intentional. Get help. And let me tell you what I mean by that. And all of these lessons, if someone's watching and probably like, duh, and it is duh. It is. But you know what? A lot of us don't do these things. And that's why a lot of us find ourselves in the predicaments that we find ourselves in, struggling and all the other stuff, right? So I'm just going to share my life lessons and praying that this will help somebody along their journey. And again, these can be in any relationship. It's not just for marriage. It's any relationship, but I'm just highlighting my marriage. So being intentional. So what do I mean by that? Being intentional, when I'll speak for myself, when I first met my husband, when we were dating, engaged, boyfriend, girlfriend, all that good stuff, you have all the passion, everything is exciting, everything is new, they could do no wrong, you barely saw anything, any flaws in them or whatever. We were always intentional about calling each other, because you don't live together, right? Because my belief is not to live together before marriage, because I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. That's for anybody out there watching, wondering, why weren't you living together? Chose not to do that, right? So you're not living together. We're not living together. So we're intentional about calling, intentional about, going on dates, going to movies, going to shows, going to events, playing sports, whatever it is that we're into, we were very much intentional about doing that, right? When you're not seeing each other every day and you're not living with each other, right? So then all of a sudden we get married and it's just like, oh, I got to remember to schedule a date. I got to remember to call when I'm at work and check in and things like that, and make time for your spouse and not just, take each other for granted because we come home from work or whatever, however your life is set up. Not everybody's coming home from work, but however your life is set up, we just take for granted that the person is there, right? In our home, in our household. So this lesson number 9 is about being intentional, not making the assumption that, once we get married, all this passion stuff, all this date stuff, or whatever it is that we were doing that made us have so much fun and excitement in the beginning, don't make the assumption it's always going to be there, right? It seems kind of like boring. It may feel like, damn, after marriage, now I got to put things in the calendar. Now I got to schedule, going to the show with my husband, or now I got to schedule sex. If some of us, I don't, but somebody might have like 5 kids and you might feel like, where's the time? Like some people have like 5 kids, 7 and under. And you're like, where's the time for intimacy? I'm tired after all this kids stuff, work stuff, life stuff. If you're involved in church, ministry stuff, there's just so much going on in our world that it's just like, where's the time? And it kind of can feel like boring. Where's the spontaneity, if you will, right? But we have to be intentional. We have to be intentional. So that's lesson number 9, where it might need to be like, if you're in year number 8 in your marriage or relationship, in year number 13 or year number 4, and you just find like things are getting stagnant, things are getting like, damn, we're not doing anything like we used to do. It may be that you're going to have to start putting it on the calendar. You're going to have to start scheduling it. And if you and your husband keep separate calendars, like my husband and I, we have a business calendar, and then I have my regular Google calendar. Our business calendar is kind of like my husband's calendar because he performs a service of our business. So I will have to go in and block out, like, okay, 4 o'clock on Tuesday for the rest of the day, there's no more business things happening, no more servicing customers and things like that. So that might be what you need to do. As boring as that might sound, we need to do that. The intentionality needs to be there. Otherwise, we're going to just let ourselves go. At least that's what we did, right? And then time is going on and we're wondering like, damn, I don't think we've dated in a long time. I don't even think I know how homeboy's doing. Because things are going, life is happening, traumas, events, all kinds of things happen. We know that, right? So that's number 9, being intentional. If you have to put it on the calendar, put it on the calendar until it comes back again to being a pattern and a routine. Like when we were dating, it was a pattern and routine. We didn't need to put it on the calendar, but you might have to do that, right? So that's lesson number 9, being intentional, putting it on the calendar, if you will, putting talks on the calendar, talks about the hard conversations. Are we going to, take in this loved one parent, how are we going to spend this lump sum of money, right? Or how are we going to invest it? How are we going to save it? Whatever, right? Those things need to be put on the calendar or whatever system you can come up with, so that the intentionality is there. Because intentionality may not just come by itself. You may need to do a little bit of the extra work. At least that's what I'm finding. Lesson number 9. You're welcome. Lesson number 10, getting help. I'm going to put some clips here in the video and show you that my husband and I went to a week-long intensive marriage conference. And when I say week long, that means we had to go sleep over. We drove about 5 hours away from where we live. It was still in California, but 5 hours away. And week long intensive marriage conference. Why did we do that? We did that because we need help. And you need help. Sometimes reading a book together might not do it, right? Sometimes just watching a sermon together or whatever you look at together to get yourself help might not do it. Sometimes just going to the little date night, dinner, movie might not do it. Because guess what? What happened to us? You go to a little movie, date night, whatever you're doing, one little thing happens. You ask your spouse one question. You say one thing and it pops it off and everything is like done. Everything shuts down. No more date night for like 6 months, right? Because everybody's mad, whatever, right? So we went to the conference because we were needing intervention to help us with those tough questions and those tough situations, things that were just nagging the marriage from since we were dating. And they never, ever got resolved because every time we brought it up, right? Honestly, these 2 lessons really are more in depth, but I'm just trying to bring this along and help you along. But I'll leave the link down below where we went. But we needed some intervention to deal with some issues, deep-seated issues, generational issues, things that happened in your childhood, our childhood. Again, I'll speak for myself. Things that I didn't think affected the marriage that did. How we relate to our family of origin, how that affects the marriage, all kinds of things, generational patterns. And I've touched on these things in my earlier lessons, but these things are so deeply ingrained in us that we don't even see it. And we don't even know how it's affecting our day-to-day. And in a lot of us, the first resort is divorce. But guess what? We take it to the next relationship and the next relationship and the next relationship until it is dealt with. So I'm going to leave links down below and have clips in here to show you just the it was really grand, marriage seminar conference, if you will, week long, very intense. Was it easy? No, it was not easy. Was it worth it? Yes, it was. Will I do it again? Yes, I will. Because you can't fix a marriage in just a week-long conference. And actually, we're setting up appointments now to have some follow-up support work. There was something called a spirit connection that I'll leave the link down below so that you can click on that link and see what it's all about. But it's just, again, like I always say in all my videos, do the deeper work. It's hard, but it's courageous if you do it, right? It's courageous if you do it. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I could say a million bad things about my husband, and he could say a million bad things about me. But I could say a million good things about my husband, and one of them is I have to say throughout all these years, no matter what's been going on, he's always been willing to get help. He's always been willing to go to counseling. And when I presented the idea for us to go to this conference, he didn't even say no, didn't even bat an eyelash. So I have to say that. I have to say that. So this is not about bashing men or about bashing my husband. It's not that at all. And if you're following, you know that to be true. This is about me sharing my lessons, what I've learned, and I'm trying to help somebody so that you don't go down the lane that I went down. My dog is starting to bark. There is bears right out there right now. I'm gonna put the clip right about here to show you these bears outside the window. So I'm gonna have to stop this video, but I'm hoping that in the little that I've said, or a lot, I don't know what it is for you, that you feel that you've gotten some help. And click on the link down below. It's not no affiliate program, I'm not getting paid for that. It's to help you find something like this, or drive to California, fly to California. People came from all over the world, from Germany, from Florida, to this conference in California to get help for their marriage that was on their last leg. People were separated already for like a year. People were on the verge of divorce. People already had divorce papers on their dining room table, came to this conference and reconciled, right? Now, I'm not here to try to big up this conference because I'm affiliated with it. I'm not. I'm bigging up getting help. Getting help. Until you've tried everything, right? That's where I'm at. Until I've tried everything. Because I was hopeless too. I'll be honest. But this conference reinvigorated us, gave us fire again, gave us life again, gave us hope again. So that's what I'm here to do for you. Lesson number 9, being intentional. And lesson number 10, getting help. Thank you for stopping by. If you stay till the end, hey, I thank you. I appreciate you. And again, if it's just for that one person, I'm happy, because that's what I'm here to do. Serve just the one, right? So thank you, and authentically yours. See you on the next one. Bye.